Let's talk about friendships, shall we? People come, people go out of our life, in our life. It's a part of this journey. And the less attached to the idea that it always has to be a certain way, the healthier our relationships can be. Because sometimes giving up a relationship, sometimes giving up a friendship is the right thing for you. Well, first of all, we need to divide them into 3 categories, and only 3 categories. Okay, that's it. Category number 1, you have acquaintances. This is everybody that you do not like. You have no enemies. You don't give a shit about what anybody else thinks about you, and you really don't care enough to hate anybody. You let them go into that acquaintance zone, and that's a great place for pretty much everybody to be. Then you have the friend zone. Those are people that you could call when you have an emergency, and they're going to be there for you. The friends, it's only when you know that you would help them and they would help you. It's only when you have been through some shit do they make it into that friend zone. And then finally you have the intimate relationship. They are somebody that respects you and loves you and honors you and builds you up, and that person needs to be special. So, what if you're considering giving up a friendship? You're thinking, I don't know, this person, what are the reasons that you would give up a friendship? One is a draining energy. We're not flesh and blood, we're energy. So our energy is getting excited, or it's getting depressed based on our environment, and we're responsible for our own environment. But other people's energy infuses with us. You're going to feel a certain energy around certain people. You know, even somebody you've been around for an hour or so, you might even start talking like them or imitating. There's a really weird energy exchange that we can't quite explain. Remember, we're mostly this space that's going through us, that's connecting us all. Draining energy. You have to 100% recognize that this person is bringing you down, and you're bringing your own self down when you're around them. You know, for me, in my friendships, when I started moving into this life coaching, I could feel myself wanting to just shake some friends out of their just state of being kind of average and not wanting to improve. And that's not good. When you're wanting to coach your friend, you got to step back and say, okay, it's not a balanced relationship anymore. They are not my equal as far as their understanding of the universe, their desire to learn about the universe. I'm interested in these things, and they're just not, and that's okay. So this can be anything. You know, it can be one person's becoming more positive, and the other person's just staying the same. Let's say somebody's really on the personal development course. They are working on themselves. They are working to achieve their goals. They are learning constantly. They're expanding their mind. And this person is in the bars and never really has anything interesting to say. Okay, that would be an unbalance. That person that is not staying in balance can be moved to the acquaintance realm. And you don't need to have, you know, a sad pity party about it. If somebody is a bad influence on you, now what is a bad influence? You know, if a friend's smoking weed and you like to smoke weed, that's not a bad influence. What would be a bad influence is if you really want to be spending time working on your creative project and that friend wants to smoke weed and just wants to hang out and watch TV all day. No, they need to get the fuck out and go live their own life because they're being a bad influence on you. So once your own goals are starting to become less obtainable because that person is in your way, because they're being a bad influence, then they have to move to acquaintance zone. Don't feel bad. And don't feel sorry for yourself that, God, well, I'm losing friends because my standards are raising. Yes. Yes, of course you're going to lose friends in that close circle as your standards raise. It's not a bad thing. Remember, you can only handle a certain amount of those. So clear people out that aren't serving you anymore. You really have to look out for yourself in this life. And loyalty, this unwavering loyalty to somebody else that is constantly trying to bring you down, does not make any sense. There's nothing heroic in that. Do you understand? You have to 100% look out for yourself. Love on other people, but recognize that this is your life. This is your chance. This is your legacy. You want people around you that are lifting you up and cheering you on and supporting you in any way that they can. And that's the way you need to be in your personal friendships. And if there's a draining, unbalanced, bad influence, unsupportive, then you just don't have enough of that to go around to those types of relationships. Fuck that. Leave a relationship if they are unsupportive. If it's just not there, you can't make it be there. And there's nothing worse than to feel unsupported in a friendship. You know, people are not very supportive and encouraging in this world, which is really sad. It just really, really bums me out that more people aren't throwing their encouragement around. We should be throwing our encouragement around every time we see something fantastic. It would really make this world a better place. So I know you can do that. But you'll have a hard time doing that when you have draining energies, unbalanced energies, bad influences, and people that are unsupportive taking your good energy away. If you have somebody in that close friend circle that is extremely unhealthy and you are becoming healthy, that person needs to go into the acquaintance zone. If you're working on your mental health and you are working on your perseverance and you are working on your physical health, it does not make any sense to go hang out with your unhealthy friend that wants to order 5 pizzas and binge drink on beer all night. That person needs to go into the acquaintance zone. They're not at your standard for friendships, and that's okay. You don't have to feel guilty about giving up a friendship. Just remember, these strong attachments that we have to people, we can let go of that a little bit. And then we're not quite so judgmental and critical and expectant and demanding out of people. I've been in relationships where I felt like, could you please just give me what I need, right? Out of a friendship, and they can't. Why would I even look for it? It's because I'm giving it to them, and they're not giving it to me. It became unbalanced. So, understand and recognize that this intimate zone, it can come and go too. Friend zone definitely comes and goes. And this acquaintance zone has the masses, has pretty much everybody. has all those people that you see on the street every day. It has all those people that you see at dinner parties. You know, they're just your acquaintance. Don't expect anything from them. And don't give of your soul to them. Have good, positive exchanges. But save where you give most of your energy to those people that you would call close friends. If they are not healthy, if they're draining energy, if they are not balanced with you in the relationship, if they're a bad influence and they're unsupportive, kick them to the curb and don't feel bad. New people will come in your life, people that will build you up. That is how the law of attraction works. You keep moving level to level, level to level. You don't want to stay where the energy is bad. And you don't want to contribute to the energy by being frustrated. Just move on. Just move on. It's okay. It's okay. And if you're sad about a friendship, I get it. I get it. But recognize they come and they go, and that's okay. It's beautiful. The way life ends up working out for you will be perfectly designed.